Welcome to The Explainer. Okay, let's dive right in because today we're unpacking a really fascinating real-world experiment. We are putting those wild internet claims to the ultimate test. We've all seen them, right? Those posts where people claim they're making hundreds, sometimes literally thousands of dollars a day in pure passive income just by using AI to build dropshipping stores. I mean, it sounds like the ultimate dream. You work from home, you let artificial intelligence do all the heavy lifting, and you just sit back and watch the sales roll in. But come on. You have to wonder, is this actually too good to be true? Can literally anyone just open a laptop, spin up an online business from anywhere, and make real cash with barely any effort? Well, to find out, we're walking through a high-stakes stress test of this exact business model. We're going to break down a super structured experiment that was designed to see if free AI tools can actually build a profitable Shopify store from scratch. Now, to keep this completely honest, there were some serious boundaries put in place. Rule number 1, the absolute total cost to create the shop had to be under $1 single. Basically, free tools only. Rule number 2, the entire business had to be built using nothing but a laptop. No fancy studios, no big teams. And rule number 3, the real kicker, the whole setup had to be finished in under 1 hour. So the clock is officially ticking.
Part 1. Building the AI store.
So what's the actual cheat code here? How do you bypass hours of web design? Well, here is the specific tech stack that made it happen. First, a completely free tool called Build Your Store AI was used to instantly generate the actual website interface. Simple enough. Then, a standard Shopify account was created on a free trial to act as the host. Finally, a dropshipping platform called AutoDS was hooked up for a 30-day trial that costs exactly 99 cents. So pausing right here, we're at exactly 99 cents out of pocket, safely under our $1 limit.
When the AI actually prompts you and asks what kind of store you want to build, the sports and fitness niche was strategically chosen for this challenge. And there's a good reason for that. You have to approach this with a smart business mindset. You want a niche that has a massive, absolutely proven market. Sports and fitness gear is pretty much always in demand, but especially right now. I mean, think about the whole trend where Gen Z is literally using run clubs as the new nightclubs to meet people. It's a highly active, totally engaged demographic.
Before hitting that launch button, though, there's one really crucial tweak. The default web address the AI spits out is usually this random jumble of letters and numbers. It doesn't exactly scream trustworthy business, right? So upgrading to a clean, professional .store domain name is vital. And the stats back this up. Studies actually show that websites using a .store domain get 87% more traffic, and they rank twice as high on Google. When a shopper sees that domain ending, they instantly know they're visiting a real shop, which is a massive credibility boost.
Moving right along to Part 2, Sourcing Winning Products. Now, this is where that AutoDS tool steps in and does the real heavy lifting. Instead of you sitting there trying to guess what people might want to buy, the AI finds products that are already proven to sell. For this store, the AI pulled in some highly specific targeted items. We're talking a high-altitude breathing trainer for hardcore cardio, these specialized little bag clips that stop expensive golf clubs from rattling around, a classic resistance band, and a warm jogging hat. These aren't just random cheap trinkets. They actually solve real problems for dedicated hobbyists.
And you really have to appreciate just how totally hands-off this entire process is. It's wild. The AI automatically writes all the product descriptions. It even throws in relevant emojis to save you the time. It imports these high-quality professional product photos from multiple angles. And here is the best part. When a customer actually buys something, AutoDS automatically processes that order and ships the physical item straight to their front door. You literally never even touch the inventory. Okay, so how do you actually make money off of this? It all comes down to the pricing strategy. The golden rule of thumb here is that dropshippers generally sell their items for roughly 2 to 2.5 times the wholesale cost. So take those golf club clips, for example. They cost $6.84 from the supplier. By listing them at $13.68 on the storefront, you're locking in a guaranteed baseline profit of $6.84 every single time one sells, at least before we factor in the marketing.
Section 3. The Micro-Influencer Strategy.
Okay, the store is live, and that 1-hour setup timer was successfully beaten. Awesome. But a beautiful store is completely useless if nobody actually visits it. Fast forward a couple of days, and it's time to tackle the hardest part of any business: driving targeted traffic. The play here is influencer marketing, kind of like what massive fitness empires do, but on a totally shoestring budget. Instead of burning thousands of dollars on macro influencers, those massive accounts with 1 million followers, this experiment pivots to micro influencers. These are smaller, highly dedicated communities with maybe 10 to 50,000 followers.
And the hard data actually proves this is the smarter move. According to Social Bakers, micro-influencers pull in up to a 60% higher engagement rate compared to those giant macro accounts. And it gets better. They also offer a 20% higher conversion rate for e-commerce sales. Why? Because smaller audiences just feel more like a community. They're way more loyal and trusting of the specific creator they're following.
So, to pull this off, the experiment hired a creator duo known as the Grays Brothers. They've got a solid niche following of about 14,500 people on Instagram. For an investment of just $50, they agreed to post a customized Instagram story linking directly to the store's breathing trainer. And they totally nailed it. They made this fast-paced, kind of wacky, high-energy video wearing the respirator right in the middle of their gym. It matched their normal content perfectly, so it didn't feel like some boring, sterile corporate ad being shoved in their followers' faces.
All right, Section 4, Results and Profit Breakdown. Let's see if this actually worked.
The influencer video goes up, the link is live, and the trap is officially set. Checking back on the dashboard exactly 24 hours later, sure enough, there are sales. The store successfully moved 12 of the breathing trainers. Now, full transparency, 2 of those were internal test buys just to verify the payment processor was actually working. But the remaining 10? Those were 100% genuine, real purchases from people who clicked that Instagram link. Let's run the actual numbers on this, the full profit and loss breakdown. The total gross revenue from those 10 sales came out to $170.85. The products themselves cost an average of $3.95 a pop. That means $39.50 went back to AutoDS to cover the product and that automated shipping. Then we subtract the $50 we paid to the Grays Brothers for the marketing, and lastly, that $1 Shopify fee that kicked in after the trial. So after every single expense is paid, the total net profit from this rapid one-day test is exactly $80.35. Now look, on its own, $80 might not sound like quit your job and buy a yacht money, but you really have to remember the context here. This was achieved with less than 1 hour of actual human labor on a laptop, a literal $1 initial setup cost, and an AI doing 90% of the work. And that's what reveals the true massive potential here. If a single product, tested with a tiny $50 marketing budget, can spin up $80 in pure profit almost overnight, what happens when you actually scale this? Just imagine taking this exact AI framework, refining it, and applying it to 20 different winning products that are all just ticking away in the background. Does this highly automated micro-influencer model hold the key to the modern digital gold rush? It absolutely makes you wonder just how far you could push this tech if you really tried.